Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
Yo, Harrison here at the beginning, just to let you guys know. Matthew makes a joke here about fake sponsorship, and I did some research, and turns out they could actually come and sue us. And this is probably overkill, but like, I will defend statements for the most part that I've made on the show, but I'll be damned if I go down for a joke, especially a joke that wasn't mine. So this is just to let people know, Bad Dragon is not actually sponsoring the show. With that being said, if they want to, our email is open, twomenmoviepodcast@gmail.com.
My friend from Pittsburgh is always drinking the Yingling, and I think it's Pitt. I don't know where else I guess Philadelphia exists. I forget about Philadelphia. I'd reverse Charlie Day.
I was like, have you seen the Charlie Day from Always Sunny? One state, two cities. Can you believe that?
To be fair, name another like city in Pennsylvania. There's like two.
Erie and Hanover.
Oh, yeah, those aren't things. All of the original 13 have except New York, which has quite a few, has one city that people can name, I think. What's another city in Maryland?
Other than Baltimore?
Yeah.
I've never been to Maryland. I don't know. But if I've been to Maryland...
Connecticut only has two. I know this because I'm like, why is driving through Connecticut so difficult? And I was told that it's because they have one road that goes east to west. They have one main highway, and it goes through both of their cities.
Sure. But it also makes sense given the size of those states that they wouldn't have. Pennsylvania is, compared to Maryland, huge.
Yeah. But it's mostly, I feel like it's mostly mountain. Because it has much good, I think the Midwest has more cities because it's so flat, it's easy to build them. Who wants to build a city? They built one good mountain city back then, and that's Charlotte.
Okay.
New Charlotte? No, not Charlotte. North Carolina. That's a mountain city. It's a nightmare to drive through because of it. Beautiful. Have you been there?
No, I've never. My best friend lives there, and I haven't been.
It's kind of in a valley, or maybe just a hole in the mountains. Maybe not technically a valley. So you kind of spiral in, and it's all there. It's beautiful, but it's a nightmare to get around because all the roads have to be woo up in the air. Mm-hmm. And it's I guess on Reddit, Charlotte Reddit, they post people from out of state are constantly posting about how bad the traffic is, and they're yeah. That's what it's like. Anyway, I have huge news for the podcast.
Oh?
Huge news. We got a huge sponsorship.
Yeah?
Marvin the Movie Walrus is coming to Bad Dragon.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
We got dildo, fleshlight of his butthole. Should just said and. There's only two things, really. That's all they really do is dildos and fleshlights of buttholes. And vaginas.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna that's how we're gonna get out of the red. We're going to get the furry audience in.
I mean, we're ending in July, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's going to go past the podcast, right?
No, the sponsorship doesn't go past the podcast.
I got us a year. We're going to be on the store for a year. Because, they just didn't have a walrus. So, it's...
Wait, what's going on? Pause.
Okay, Bad Dragon.
Yes.
I've been in talks. They're going to use... Because each of their dildos and buttholes has a furry character associated with it.
So they want to use Marvin...
Chance the horse, Balta the wolf. I don't know. I just know Chance the horse. There's others. And so they're using Marvin the movie walrus.
Oh, okay. I thought you were setting something up at their store, whatever. Okay.
No.
This is a stupid bit.
It's a
I
sponsorship.
gotcha. Sure.
They showed me a work in progress because each one has a sexy cock out art.
Mm-hmm.
And it's him with the movie pail on his lap and his dick's coming out of it.
Hell yeah, none of this is making the podcast.
No, this is important news.
No, it's not. It's not real.
This is big.
If it were real, then...
I was talking to Winston Dragon III, the titular Bad Dragon, the man who makes them all by hand. And he agreed that they need a walrus. They don't have much aquatic...
Show me the emails.
All right. See, the real bit is I'm just pulling up Bad Dragon because I don't, it was all through phone. Apparently Winston doesn't use email because he's 102. It's going to be something like that. It was going to be a walrus. So it'll probably be a little tail.
Why are you just showing me fleshlights?
Because you wanted me to show you something and it's all through phone.
That's not what I asked you to show me.
It's all through phone. Winston Dragon the Third only uses like a little rotary phone. He's like 102. That's a cool color scheme.
Sure.
See if you want to camouflage yourself at like a rave.
Yeah, I again, no shaming, whatever.
Oh, it's because it's a cyber unicorn.
I've never. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't care about the dildos, dude.
You got it. You know, won't split the profit with you then. We're gonna have to go out there and like go to like AnthroCon and like help like sell the walrus. I'm really banking on you because I think that you need to be Marvin. We're gonna put you in the mascot costume. No dick, but you're gonna be in the mascot costume. I think you embody the jovial nature of Marvin more than I could. I don't think you actually want to like hand people the dildos. So,
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna be in the costume like, fuck me. It's gonna rock, dude. And then we can become like furry movie influencers, watch furry movies. Alpha and Omega.
I forget what it's called. In college, I did watch a couple furry documentaries. It's a fascinating subculture.
Yeah, that's when we're gonna become movie influencers for it. We're gonna be like what's the other guy? Ebert and
Siskel.
Yeah, we're gonna be Ebert and Siskel, but for furries. We're gonna like watch all the new Alpha and Omega movies, Paw Patrol. There's that werewolf movie coming out.
Oh, the what's his name? You did The Lighthouse.
Robert
Eggers. Yes, you're right. Yep.
We're gonna be there. Maybe we can meet Robert Patterson through that. Big. What do you guys do? And we're like furry influencers. Do you want to buy a
walrus cock?
or fleshlight? We'll give you a discount, Robert. Love your work.
Just give him one for free.
I'm definitely going to give him at least for free the print, like a full-scale print of the art they use with the cock coming out of the popcorn bucket. But I'm not sure we're going to be in like a business position to hand them out for free. I guess at that point we're going to have enough money we could just pay for it. Yeah, we'll just give him one. I like him.
He, if he likes it enough, he may post about it.
and that's more people. I mean, bunch of furries already like him because of Batman.
It's influencer marketing, but like actual person with influence.
Do you think we're going to be able to meet the Rizzler?
He's like 11.
That's the target age for Alpha and Omega. We're not just dildo salesmen. That's our way into the.
Wait, so Marvin the Movie Walrus is going to be like a character now?
He's a bridge. We're going from.
So we're starting with dildos.
We're starting with this podcast.
Sure.
We're doing the fleshlight and dildos,
and then going into kids movies.
No, furry movies, which include kids movies like Alpha and Omega. Tons of furries watch My Little Pony. You know, like there's overlap there. And the Rizzler, you know, he's got his own tea now.
I know. I've had it. It's not good.
Or maybe when we clavicle?
Clavicular?
I mean, he's in jail. We're probably going to be in jail by then, but he got like arrested for assault.
Oh, sure. I did not. Yeah.
Big surprise there.
Yeah.
Guy that hits himself in the face with hammers.
Hits other people?
Yeah, geez. It's just body dysmorphia. This whole like look max thing. I'm convinced it's just like a new form of body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that's like the norm. It's body dysmorphia. I'm in a group chat with someone I haven't met, and they were talking about how they're overweight. And I guarantee you, when I meet them, they're not gonna be overweight. Well, they say they're fat. I guarantee you, they're not gonna be overweight at all.
I don't know if body dysmorphia is like real body dysmorphia is common. Not liking things about yourself is pretty common. Like I don't know.
I'm saying body dysmorphia is like the barest definition of like an inaccurate perception of your own body.
Sure. Stripped down to that simply, probably.
Like maybe it's a spectrum, but like a low grade. Because I did read something recently that apparently, it took me a while to like wrap my head around this sense, because it doesn't make sense. But like it says that mentally healthy people are delusional.
What does that mean?
Like they're delusionally optimistic. Like they did a study of a bunch of people without like diagnosed mental things like depression, anxiety, and it was found that their levels of optimism tend to be delusional.
In what way? Like, and I'm not arguing. I'm not asking.
Yeah. Like you know, they woke up today and they're like, everything's gonna be fine. You know what? I'm gonna buy some stocks. Everything's gonna turn around soon and be great. Like they have this like very kind of like not. They're just like delusionally optimistic about the future.
Oh, sure. I haven't read any of that, but I don't know. That makes sense.
Where it's just like, I guess, you know, they don't go like, oh man, things are really bad and going to be bad. They're just like, let's put on the radio and go to Shake Shack or something. I don't know. I have mental illness. I don't know what they do.
I don't know, dude.
Watch Fruit Island.
I hope not.
35 million views a video.
I refuse to believe that those are real numbers. It's all AI bots. AI bots watching it. AI bots making it.
I've seen a lot of people posting like like roasting them, but like posting like reaction videos, online discussions. Some white girl put one of the characters in her "Hear Me Out" along with KK Cool Slider Dog from Animal Crossing. It's like him and a strawberry man.
Okay, okay. The Hear Me Out has gone. Hear Me Out is supposed to be like wild choices. Listen, KK Slider's a video game character. I understand if you are also a video game character, how KK Slider is attractive. I'm not attracted to a dog, but if I were a creature in Animal Crossing, I get that. But like, Hear Me Outs are supposed to be like, even if you lived in that world, that is a wild choice.
I think saying that you, a white human woman in her 20s, would fuck that dog with a guitar is pretty wild.
You're just saying that you like musicians.
Specifically the dog. That they want that dog to take out his naughty cock and shove it in her vag. You're downplaying it in your head. You're downplaying what they're thinking in your head. It's like, it's not wild because you've made it less wild. They want to fuck the dog. If that dog was a man, they would not fuck him.
Nah, if that dog was a man, they would sleep with that man. They
want to fuck the dog.
Okay.
And you're famously anti-dog fucking, so you should think that's nuts.
Sure, dude. I don't think KK Slider's like that much of a Hear Me Out.
He's a dog.
Okay.
He's a literal dog. Not even like a dog. Not even like a human body dog head. Like he's a literal dog. Sure. Shaped like a dog.
But that's not what you're sure. He's a conventionally attractive video game character.
He's a dog.
That's a musician. Okay.
What if I said my Hear Me Out's Pikachu?
I'm talking like wild Hear Me Outs.
Every day, your opinions about sex mystify me.
I'm talking like wild Hear Me Outs. Like
I just said a small electric mouse.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why is that
That's
fine?
not wild.
Why is that not wild? It's a mouse. You just think this because you're watching Detective Pikachu every week and it's affecting your mind.
No. I'm talking like I'm
what?
trying to think of one. But like the people who say Davy Jones, that's not a Hear Me Out. That's a conventionally attractive man, like who happens to be a Cthulhu
He's an
monster.
eldritch monster that drags souls to hell.
He's played by Bill Nighy, who's a conventionally attractive man.
Bill Nighy, the actor, is a conventionally attractive man.
And you see Bill Nighy when you see Davy Jones.
You also see that he has an octopus for a head, and who knows what's going down like the rest of him. We don't know.
No, Hear Me Outs are supposed to be real freaky shit. Hear Me Outs are supposed to be
a man with an octopus for a head and a crab arm.
That's played by a conventionally attractive man. Sorry, that's not.
Then what is? Because a dog isn't, an electric mouse isn't, and a Cthulhu, like literally a body horror character, isn't. So what is?
Let me look up some.
Yeah, you take your time. I want to answer on the record.
All of these are fine. All of these are like this is Hear Me Out. Like the toothbrush from the Colgate commercial. Like literal doesn't make sense. Like that's Hear Me Out. If I can't understand your logic, that's a Hear Me Out.
You understand the logic for Pikachu?
Sure.
What's the logic? It's a mouse.
He's a cute little chubby cuddly dude. He's a Danny DeVito type character. I get that.
Well, Danny DeVito's a man.
Sure.
This is a mouse. It's wild fauna. You find it like in nature. What if someone just showed up and there's just a picture of a stag? The stag that's in my dad's backyard. I want to fuck that stag.
Sure, that's a real stag.
But not like but Pikachu. just because it's not real.
No, not just because it's not real, but like there's a personality type to Pikachu. It's like when people say like Nala from The Lion King. Like, no, that makes perfect sense.
We're
Like,
gonna do so well in the furry community.
Hear Me Outs are supposed to literally make no sense. They're they are supposed to be like, hear me out.
I don't think that's how most people.
Well, then most people are wrong. Most people aren't playing the game like real freaky shit.
I don't know.
That's what the game is supposed to be. The game is supposed to be real.
I don't know if you have
real
authority to make claims here.
I do. Hear Me Outs are supposed to be like genuine.
You don't think the Underworld movies are sexy?
No.
I don't think you're tapped into the zeitgeist enough to make a statement saying that Hear Me Outs have to be incomprehensible and not just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like if someone's like, I wanna fuck the flesh monster person at the end of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's probably that's closer to a Hear Me. That's probably a Hear Me Out. I would have to reread.
If I said Swampert's my favorite Pokemon and someone's like, I want to fuck a Swampert, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You like big buff like tanky dudes.
No, you're making this comparison. They want to fuck a giant frog.
No, but it's the personality type of the frog.
So then the Toothbrush is a nut. They like tall, skinny guys. They like tall, skinny guys. It's just a type. It's not weird at all. The Toothbrush, they want a tall stick boy. Like me, I'm a toothbrush.
Fine then. Well, I'll have to think of other Hear Me Outs. I just think if you want to play the game, play it right. Play it like real weird shit.
Welcome to the 2 Men in a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your easily definable, turn me into a Muppet host, Matthew Olenchek, joined as always by my indecipherable sexuality. There's not a living person alive who can accurately guess your sexuality. Co-host, co-husband Harrison Poole, how are you doing?
Great. And in case you're curious, my sexuality is Yeah,
it's
whoever I'm currently with at that time.
Could be a frog, apparently.
No, it's not that I'm sexually attracted to the frog. It's just that
But it's a viable partner.
No, it's just that I don't know. I just think that's a boring pick. It's truly less that I don't think the Hear Me Outs and more
But it is a Hear Me Out, because it's a literal frog.
Sure, it's a really boring Hear Me Out, but it's a Hear Me Out.
Okay. Underworld's Rise of the Lycans.
Oh, are we just going right into the movie?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Well, you picked the movie this week. I'll get it right. I'll get my overall opinions right out of the bag. This is my favorite in the franchise so far. And that's not saying much.
That's a wild take.
Why?
I don't think it's wild, from an artistic standpoint, but from just, I'm not sure I've ever heard anyone be like, Rise of the Lycans is my favorite Underworld movie.
It's the closest that this movie has come to telling just, a straightforward story with, genuine, chemistry and some level of depth. It is the closest that these movies have come to being, real movies.
They're all real movies. They all have plots and actors and action.
They're all, sure, incomprehensible or just boring with no chemistry. Sure. This is the closest thing that this franchise has come to competent storytelling. And Michael Sheen is the best thing that this franchise has going for it. And the fact that
it does bring back its strongest actors.
Yeah, this was 2009. So Michael Sheen would have been in Twilight and then right after Twilight be making this movie.
He really likes mythical creatures, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this movie is basically what if you took the flashback sequence in the first Underworld movie and stretched it out for 90 minutes? And, but then also, you have to Underworld it.
It's the wildest end to a trilogy. I could conceive. If someone, not the wildest, but if someone told me that, they're like, okay, so I have an idea for a vampire werewolf trilogy. I'm like, all right. First one. okay, did it a second one, right? The third one be a prequel. I'm like, you need to like run that back.
Well, there are 2 more after this. Like, I know fans don't like them, but they are a part of the
Yeah,
like.
but those came a lot later. Like this was
No,
the
this
trilogy.
came 3 years after. It's 3 years in between all of them,
I still feel like this
except for
was the
Blood War
trilogy.
to Awakening.
I feel like we were surprised by Blood War.
Maybe, but yeah, because Blood War was 4 years after Awakening, but Awakening was 3 years after this, which was 3 years after Evolution, which was 3 years after.
I know
the
if you're like
original.
buying like a box set, it is like the Underworld trilogy.
Interesting. Okay.
See, if you started with this incredible masterclass of planning a movie series.
I honestly think what they should have done, one, you should have made the second one better, but like if you had like interspersed the backstories of William and Lucian and like
If you cut up all these movies and turn them into a stew and then
yeah.
cut them into 3 parts, yeah, they'd be so much better.
It'd be so much better instead of like all of the okay parts. Like, not even okay. There are parts of this movie that I genuinely like, really like. Michael Sheen is playing his role fantastically. Rhonda, I forget.
And they actually casted an actress that kind of looks like, what's her name?
Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times they'll be like, you remind me of my daughter. You know, you look kind of like my daughter. And they show you like a flashback and it's nothing like the daughter.
Right.
Where like, when this like first came out, it took me a second to realize it was a different actress when I was like seeing the promo stuff.
Yeah, Rona Mitra.
Yeah, she's like very close.
Yeah, who replaces Jasmine D'Amica from the first movie, who I'm pretty sure at this point in time in her life was winning Miss Universe Miss Universe Hungary. So she was unavailable for Underworld Rise of the Lycans. So
Should have did both.
I don't know if you can. I don't know physically if you have the time and capacity.
Are they busy, Miss Universe people?
Training and like the smaller pageants it takes to get to the bigger pageants.
Was this
like,
before or after? Did she already win it?
No, I think she won in. Oh, you're gonna make me look this up. She won the Miss Universe Hungary pageant in 2008, which is when this movie would have been filming. So no, she literally didn't have time. But they cast someone who looks like enough like both Jasmine and
Shockingly
Kate Beckinsale.
so.
Like really, also she
Did they make her in a lab?
Rona does better at playing the Celine type than Kate Beckinsale does. The free spirited warrior,
I'm not sure
like,
Celine's free spirited.
or defiant for sure.
Defiant, sure. She has like this like strictness to her. I would not describe
Sure, and
free
in that,
spirit.
sure, fair enough. The like defiant but willfully following warrior. The like she plays that line much better than like Selena's portrayed in these movies. But so this is the story of Lucian and Sonia. And them be like not falling in love. They're already in love at this point. It's their secret romance, and then leading up to Lucian getting freeing himself from prison, escaping. That was the word I was looking for. Escaping from prison, and like Sonia being murdered, and Lucian starting the werewolf coven, or he didn't use the word coven, like pack, tribe, whatever we want to call it. I also, if they're gonna like intersperse this in between the two, I kind of want to know how they went from like I would kind of want to know their story over the centuries, like how they went from mountain folk to underground sewer people.
I want to see the nodding.
No, I don't want to see that, but I do want to see like the story of
Yeah, you know, they just urbanization, and the vampires get all the houses first. Where do you live if you don't got a house and you turn into a dog? Sewers.
So, so we mentioned throughout this that Kate Beckinsale and Len Wiseman got together during the making of the first Underworld, and Kate Beckinsale was with Michael Sheen for like 8 years, and they had a kid together when they entered. I find it interesting that Michael Sheen only returns when there's a new director. Len Wiseman does not direct this one.
Yeah.
It's Patrick, long last name.
Is that like Scottish?
Yeah. Patrick, Tatapoulos? Tatapoulos?
Tetapoulos. Tetapoulos.
I do find it interesting that Michael Sheen comes back when there's another director. I don't know if that was purposeful. I don't know what his contract was like. But that is just something.
Maybe he just wanted to be a gentleman. Didn't want to make him uncomfortable. He's like, hey, sorry that my relationship with your former wife's going a lot better.
Okay, so this is the love story between not Celine, Lucian and Sonia. I mean, they're sneaking around. They're sneaking in the underground, not the underground sewers.
Yeah, because all the werewolves are slaves.
Yeah, Lucian is like Sonia's head defender, but also like the head slave. Like, I'm not quite sure what his position is, but he's like the slave
Lucian?
leader.
Yeah, he's the guy who was like, we should do. Lucian woke up one day and said, hang on, I'm a good Slavic leader.
Yeah.
And he chose an ethnic group to put into servitude.
And Lucian is treated more kindly.
Because he's like the first werewolf.
That can also be human.
Yeah.
That can go back.
Besides, I guess, William, who's out there.
That when William bit other werewolves and they turned, they just became wolves.
Like, I don't think they pay enough attention to that fact in the movie, because obviously it's a love story. But he's just out there running around biting people.
Yeah.
Like, the vampires are, like, starting to build their weird emo society, right? Like, the first vampire is like, I'm going to build a society. And then the first werewolf, who, of course, is a werewolf because, again, his dad had the plague and he got bit by a wolf, is just out running around Europe just biting people. Fucking rocks.
Lucian has a spiked collar that is supposed to keep him from turning into a werewolf. And during one of the missions,
gotta keep that dog on his chain.
In one of the missions that Sonia goes.
Also, the vampire's like doing the protection for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I like is that he's accepting payment in silver because it helps him control werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, also silver's just payment though.
Yeah.
Like it's like yes, I accept currency, I accept payment in American dollar bills because it keeps ghosts away. But that's also just money, dude.
If we're talking interesting character choices, just like by whatever, Tanis comes back in this one. I find that he was always like a secret shit stirrer from the beginning, but it's something I noticed is that in the grand voting of whether Sonia gets executed or not, Tanis doesn't vote. He doesn't say anything. All of the other, like, head council members say aye, and Tanis just looks to Victor, who says aye, but he himself does not vote, as if to say, like...
One abstain?
But he doesn't even like make a point that he doesn't vote. He just kind of like, as if he said it in the crowd. He's truly in a way of like, I can't give up my position for any of you people.
He just rocks.
And it isn't until he crosses Celine that he gets banished.
I mean, if you're just going around wearing that, you know that you're a political player. Fucking rocks. The fashion in these movies are so good. I love every world building choice they make, especially the indecipherable ones. Yeah. Every choice they make in these movies is like incredible. Yeah, sure, this Hungarian king got the plague and now his sons became animal creatures because they got bit by them because of the immune system. Also, some vampires just wear bathrobes. Except the ones that kill people, they wear skin-tight latex.
Also, at this point, Marcus and what's the third one's name? What's the lady's name?
Oh God,
Adeline. Let's just call her Adeline.
Unimportant.
Agatha. Let's just call her Agatha.
She's so unimportant.
Marcus and Agatha are asleep.
She exists to get fridged in the first movie.
Which. When did that happen? Because Marcus was just there in the first flashback in the second movie, and it doesn't seem like that much time passed. And like, did they make?
Okay, imagine you're making a movie about this podcast, right? Second movie, we're talking. Third movie, I'm asleep. That's only like 4 hours. You know, it's just like he went to sleep right after. It was like it could be just a few days before he's like, all right, time to go to bed. We don't know when that. But
if you
happened.
perma-sleeped, if you perma-slept,
well, I'm perma-slept. I'm hibernating.
If you were hibernating, then I would need to find another podcast host, and I would need to mention that you were hibernating.
Well, the one that comes out when I'm hibernating is the one is the new host.
I don't know, man. This is the rules in these movies don't make a lot of sense until they need to make all of the sense, and even then they fail at that.
They rock.
And the timeline is a little iffy. The I don't know, man. This is a competently made love story.
I mean, we have it has the timeline start is incredibly clear.
Yes. You start with Arthur Corvinus.
There's the plague and a historical king.
And he has 2 sons. One was bitten by a bat, Marcus, and then his other one, William, was bitten by a wolf.
And because he survived the plague, this made vampires and werewolves.
Because he passed down magic immune system.
Solid, easy to understand rules.
Absolutely. But then now the brothers are enemies.
Yeah,
but they're not, because Marcus wants to be on his brother's side, but Victor, his friend, but not his friend, but the co-person he runs the coven with, who he had to create. He had to make Victor, right?
Yeah.
So obviously the pecking order is way out of whack. And unless there was like a coup involved, then it's unclear how.
Vampires are by their nature dastardly creatures. So, you know, they're
sure. I mean, Craven set up his thing for 400 years, but like, that's so, but that's never mentioned. It's just assumed that I guess Victor, because he's strong, is like also in charge.
Yeah.
Also, Agatha is like casually mentioned and vaguely pops up every once in a while, but is not a character in this. But we're supposed to assume that she's like just as powerful as Marcus and Victor.
This is the plate of women in power.
But you didn't. All you showed is that like she got murked by some wolves.
This is the plate of women in general.
Fair enough.
Women are overshadowed by their male peers and randomly get murdered.
I don't know. This is these movies are baffling. So I think what I like about this movie the most is that it's the least tedious, the least boring, the most trackable. I'm not saying it's completely trackable and not boring, but it's also pretty tedious. I'm not saying it's none of those things, but I'm saying it's the least and most of those things.
I think it makes it the least Underworld. It doesn't have like the emo stank.
I think this has more of the emo stylistic than the second one does. Definitely not more than the first one. But like, I feel like if we're ranking stylization of an aesthetic,
well, the first one's definitely the most emo.
Yeah.
Second one is emo in the war and terror. That's why there's attack helicopters. And the third one's more like gothic, really.
Sure.
It's for the goths, not the emos.
So I talk a lot in the first 2 films about how Kate Beckinsale and the actor who plays Michael Corvin have no chemistry, because they don't. None. But I will say the chemistry, these 2 actors do have much better chemistry. And in that, like, one, both just together, but 2, in that, like, when they are in the scene where Sonia is being executed, I also believe that Lucian, or Michael Sheen playing Lucian, is that, like, this character does love this character. Like, he's portraying it very well. It's way more believable.
It just makes sense. But it does feel like a ripoff of Interview with the Vampire. It makes sense. That's how you would execute a vampire. But it's like the same scene happens in an Interview with the Vampire, basically, except one's not a werewolf.
I would love to, yeah, I mean, we could try and look it up, but I want to know what the first scene like that, like, is that just like a thing in some lore we don't know about?
No earlier than Nosferatu, the movie. That's the first That's the first vampire being killed by sun.
Right. But no, the chemistry in this movie is solid. As much as Bill Nighy is overacting, I do kind of believe him when he's like he feels very conflicted with so.
See, I'm not even sure it's over. Like, is it like technically like a ridiculous amount of stuff being thrown out? Sure, but he is a Hungarian warlord turned vampire.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's the energy you're gonna get.
He's kind of playing if this like silent movie vampire in a way, but it's a talkie, and that I'm like,
that's how I feel like a vampire would act.
You don't need to give me that much of
it's like when you meet a Ren Fair pirate, you're like, wow, they're really, really committing to the bit. Like, no, that's just who they are. Like, that's just the personality they have. It is this outrageousness. And I feel like if you're one of the first Hungarian warlord vampires, your general demeanor is going to be a silent movie vampire, but in a talkie. I feel like that's the energy you're coming in with.
Sure, that makes sense, I guess. As much as this movie is the best of the three of them, it does not beat the allegations of these movies are nothing burgers.
What do you mean? They rock. If I went to a wizard and I said turn this Underworld DVD into a burger and then I ate it, I'd be filled.
I mean that in 2 months from now, I'm not going to remember the plot of any of these movies. I will vaguely remember the style. I'm not going to remember anything that goes on except maybe a couple scenes.
I'm not going to say it's a uniquely you thing, but I think that's a you thing.
Yeah?
Because there are definitely... Because Mel's been messaging me after each episode because she likes the Underworld movies. And she was like hitting me with plot points and she hasn't seen them in a long time.
Okay. I guess if you're...
I hadn't seen the second one in a long time, and I was so excited to get to I'm a Hungarian king with my military group.
Sure, I guess these are just cult movies that I'm not a part of the cult fan base.
I think
okay. I retract my statement. I apologize. I went into these movies wanting to like them. I know that you and Mel think that I'm like, maybe you guys think that I'm just being a hater. I went into this with the desire to be on your side, and they just do nothing for me, and except be tedious and annoying.
I don't think you ever go into anything wanting to be a hater. I just think sometimes, at least from my point of view, you're an odd little man, and I don't understand how you come to conclusions you do. And I think this is just one of those things. I think that my next trilogy is really going to hit for you.
I know what it is, and I don't think so.
I think you're going to discover something about yourself.
I don't.
I think you're going to this is going to be your 30s renaissance is going to start with those movies.
I don't know. The thing is, it sets up a lot of lore, and some of it is interesting, and then it disregards most of the rules.
We love lore that contradicts itself.
I don't. The thing is,
to be fair, me and Mel like this movie, and we're also really into like Elder Scrolls lore and like WoW lore. We are big lore heads. We know a lot. We just like learning lore.
I enjoy lore, but I want lore to make sense and be consistent. I don't want it to...
You would hate Elder Scrolls lore?
Sure. I don't play the games.
Everything is... They made, at the end of Daggerfall, they had ran into a problem because like there's like 5 very distinct endings you could have. And so they're like, well, how do we make a canon one? And they said, no, it's all true. And also not. Because time broke. The dragon break. Time broke. So technically all the endings happened, even though they can't all coexist at the same time. Like some of them contradict each other, but they all happened.
And it sets up a lot of like really interesting ideas. And then the things that I find personally really interesting, it doesn't follow through with. Like, again, I want to see like over time how the Lycan colony built themselves. Like the beginning of a Lycan colony is cool, and then seeing the end. But like, I want to see a lot of the in between. I want to see the deal between Craven and Lucian. A lot of that stuff is more talked about and like told to me, and I kind of want it to be more like show. Like, I want to like actually see it happen.
I feel like it had to be like a Ken's Burn documentary to get the full experience. I don't know what the movie format would be. I guess you could just base it around a conflict, but to get like that time period of them building through to get to the sewers.
Or Or if you're not going to show me the in-between and you're just going to tell me, because Lucian kind of does mention, but like, if you're just going to tell me and you're just going to then like cut this movie in between the other two movies and then make the second movie less boring. But like, cut this movie in between and show me the stark difference between here's the beginning of the revolution and then here's where they are now, and how
You want like less miserables. Les Miserables.
Show me this. Like, it's a visual medium, and as stylized as these movies are, I would like to see like what goes on, you know? I don't know. I wanted to like these, and I'm kind of annoyed that I don't.
You just gotta immerse yourself in the juice, brother. Gotta let it soak into your skin like a fine oil. You're thinking too much with this. I'm pointing towards my head, and not enough with this. Now I'm pointing at my heart.
Yeah, I just want it to follow its own rules, dude. Like, I want this movie to, as much as you're gonna like throw shit at me, I would like it to coexist.
It does, man. It's all true. It's all canon.
Okay, I'm done. Do you have any final thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, these movies rock. Hate, call me.
Cool.
These movies, you know, they don't just rock. They fuck. These movies fuck.
Good for you, man. I'm happy for you. Do you want to do socials?
Yeah, if you want to see the work in progress sketches of the Marvin the Movie Walrus, Cock and Fleshlight, those will be up on our Instagram as soon as I get them sent to me. The package carrier from Bad Dragon, that will be on our Instagram, 2 Men Movie Podcast. If you want to email us, Celine X Matthew Reader, 2menmoviepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to see behind the scenes Anthrocon footage of Harrison in the Marvin the Movie Walrus costume, I will be uploading that to 2 Men and a Movie Podcast on YouTube. If you want to follow our sponsor, that's Bad Dragon at Instagram.
So I'll store in the description, and Marvin the Movie Walrus, I don't know, he gives this one fin up, and the other one's on his cock.
Yeah. Also, 2 Men Movie Podcast, the store's in the description. You can also purchase some of our merch on baddragon.com.
I don't think you can yet.
I don't know. It's probably not. I was going to say, by the time we release the episode, like, it's not going to be 4 days. And I know they haven't started the production run.
You can find me on Instagram and Threads at harrisonpool.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM, harrisonpool.com. Or you can find me on Substack at Harrison Pool's Routine Maintenance. My other podcast that I do with my brother is called Same Movie Every Week. We just had Philip on as a special guest, who you may know from the Minority Report episode. And he has no experience with Pokemon, and so he has some questions about Detective Pikachu from that perspective. It's a good episode. It's honestly a solid show. And if you're a comedy booker or a venue owner and you're interested.
You know what really rocks about that movie?
What?
When the Tortugas, right?
Torteras?
When they all start getting up?
Yeah, the Torterra Garden?
Yeah, that's a good set piece.
Yeah. HarrisonPoolComedy@gmail.com. Thank you so much to Tristan Hofstetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for Maximum Ride. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's 2 Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.